Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Playa Tricolor by GDC. So this is an interesting one because it's actually forcing us to color digits in a way that we usually would anyway. So let's go over the rules. We have normal 6 by 6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2 by 3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Now we're going to be coloring every digit. So if this was a 1, for example, we'd give it a color, and let's say green. If this was a 4, we'd give it a color, say purple. If this was a 3, we'd give it the same color, purple, right? We're picking any 3 colors we want for low, medium, high. I might pick different colors than that myself. I'm probably going to do blue for low, purple for medium, and orange for high. I find that that's very intuitive for me for whatever reason. Anyway, we're going to be coloring that way. So there's going to be two of, we'll call it blue, 2 purple, and 2 orange in every row, column, and box that are associated with the 1 and 2, the 3 and the 4, and the 5 and the 6. Orthogonally connected groups of cells with the same color are called islands. So for example, if we had, what am I doing? If I had 3, 4, 3 here, these would all be purple. And let's say the colors around it, none of those were purple, then this would be a purple island of size 3. A digit in a circle counts the number of cells in its island, including itself. So if this was 4, 3, 4, maybe not like that. I think I might be demonstrating. Yeah, okay. 4, 3, 4 like that. These would all be purple. And if that was an island on its own, then the 3 would be correct. We would be counting a 3 size island there. All right. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right. This corner up here looks like a great place to start. So first of all, if we make these circles connect in the same island, then they would have to have the same digit in them, right? Because they're in the same island, so the same island will have the same count, and so the same digit would go on them, but they all share a box. So we immediately get our 3 colors. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do blue, purple, orange at this point. I think I might be able to at least find the blue, because I think this has to be blue. Because it's going to, whatever color this is, let's say it's blue, it has to keep going, because you can't have, it could be on its own island as a 1, right? If this was non-blue. We already know these 2 are non-blue, so the only way it could grow as an island is to make this also blue, which would increase it to 2, but we wouldn't be able to continue from there. This would be the 1 and the 2. You can't put a 1, 2 here, here, or here, and so the island stops. So we don't know if this is blue or not. We do know this is blue and it's a 1 or 2. Now, I'm thinking this is the 3, 4, but let's see. I'm going to mark it purple just to start. We know that it can't grow this way, but we also know that it must grow because it's not the 1 or 2. So it must grow here. And then, so let's say this was, it doesn't really matter. This was the 3 and this was the 4. We're not using its count at this point. I'd be able to put the 3, I'd have to keep growing, and I could grow here or here. That's the only 2 places I can grow, because I can't take this circle. And it's going to make it a 3. And then from there, from this 3, I can't grow to a 4, because we can't grow to the circle, and these can't be 4. And from this 3, this wouldn't be able to be a 3. So I actually have to turn the corner. So I think this is actually exactly what happens. It has to grow once. It can't keep growing down here because there's already a 3 in the column. And, the only other option is 4, 3, 4. But then it would have to be 4 in size, but I can't make any of these 3s. I could make this a 3, but then this would be the same clump. We've already explained it can't take that circle. We can't put a 3 in either of these because of that 3. So actually it has to go 3, 4, 3 in order for the size to be correct. All right, we're going to call that done. I'm just going to put a black border around it to say this is definitely done. Meaning that, first of all, we know this is orange, but it means that all of these cells are non-purple. Okay, so orange has to grow quite a bit. If it grew up, it would get stuck, right? We can't grow to either of these 2 because we're out of oranges to put in the box. Remember, only 2 of each color in each box. So it's going to have to grow to here. Now it has to keep getting much larger. It's going to be 5 or 6 in size. So this is a 5 or a 6, but I'm not sure exactly how it's going to achieve that. I think at this point there is some optionality for how it's going to grow. So let's think about more of this. We know this has the same issue as this corner. This is a blue 1 or 2 because from the corner, we could grow this way, but then we can't take another blue in this box or this column, so we can't keep growing. And here has the same issue. We can't take more in the row. We can't take more in the box. So it's going to be a 1 or a 2. How about this one? I wonder if there's some property where in order to be orange, you have to be in one of these cells. On a circle, I mean. So like this circle could be 5, 6, but not this one. I'm wondering, how would I prove that? Well, actually, this can't be purple. So this is either blue or orange. Can I prove orange is not possible? I think so. If we make this orange, how are we going to get at least 5 in our clump? Well, I can use 2 from this box and 2 from this box, but doing so does not help me reach another box. This is not in range, right? I can't even get to this column. So there is no way it is orange. So it has to be blue. Making it a 1, 2. And that means these 2 cells are orange. And they're 5, 6. Okay. This is also 5, 6. These are from 1, 2, 4. I don't know exactly. So one of these grows to put a blue here, but I don't know which one. And the other one doesn't. A little 1, 2 pair. So do I need to think about this cell, or do I need to think... One thing that's interesting is we know there's 2 purples down here. I'm trying to think if that means this can't be orange. I don't know. Okay, so I think I have to think about how this grows more. It can grow here or here next. If we grow here, notice that there's already another orange in the box. So we would not be able to keep growing this way. So we'd grow to take this cell. So we have to keep growing. And this is if we're trying to avoid taking this cell. I don't know if I'm proving this right or wrong. So now what? We can't make these orange. 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 So the only way it would grow is here. And now we're just big enough to be able to put the 5 in. So we can avoid this one. The other option is, well, there's another option, which is to avoid taking this one. We could also take both. I don't know if I'm trying to prove one or the other or what. If we take, oh no, we cannot go to the right. Sorry, I thought we could go to the right, but there's already a 5, 6 pair in the row. Right, we already have 2 oranges in the row. So we're not going right. So we definitely are going down, which means these are blue. 1, 2 pair. And so now I have no choice but to go right, which I think I already proved. That's a 5, 6. And so now these are blue. So I think I can just start drawing some borders here, which may or may not be helpful. We can't go there. We can't go there. We can't go there. We can't go up. So yeah, the only way to grow is down here. And now I think we have nowhere to go because the box is done. The column is done. So yeah, this is our, so now we can actually finish these. This is 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. We cannot get to 6. Okay. That's 6 and 5. All right. This is an island here. This is an island here. There's a border there. So what's going on with this guy? This is definitely not orange, and it can't be blue. So in fact, the rest of the box is purple. So this is an island. Border there, border there. In fact, why don't I just draw the border around the entire puzzle like that? Okay. So we have to grow down into here. These are 3, 4. Oopsie. These are 3, 4. These are 1, 2. 1, 2 pair here. So this is a 4. So this is 3, 5, 6, right? This has to be the 3. This is the box logic. This is 1, 2, 4. And then the 1, 2 pair tells us that's 4. I think it's 3 and 4. And that actually helps us with how we're going to grow. That's purple, and it's on its own. This is not connecting to those. It's purple. These are both blue and these are both orange. So we get these islands here. I don't think I have to draw all the islands, but I mean, I have been, so might as well. We don't know how this resolves yet, but what I noticed is that this is orange. That's what I noticed. So that means that this has to grow down to get a 3, but it still has to keep going. This is a 4. So we're not growing down because we already have all our purples. In fact, this is orange, and that makes this a 1. Nice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. This is a 5, 6 pair. Oh, the 5 tells us the order. 6 and 5, 6 and 5. This 6 can't get another orange next to it. This has to get a purple here. That's a 4. And that finishes the purple. And so this has to be blue, and it's a 2. Not all our circles are satisfied yet. 6 gets placed here, just it's the final 6. So that's its own island, that's an island, and so that does mean this is 1, making that 2, making that 1, so that it can continue the island. And this is 4, and this is a purple island. Okay. This is 2 and 1. It could continue. Let's see. Right, this is a 2, so it does continue. So now it can't. These are both purple. And we get a 4 and 3, and we're done. Nice puzzle, GDC. I think I took longer just because of bookkeeping rather than the logic, but I don't know, that was fun. So yeah, just to double check, this is size 3, this is size 2, size 5. This I just had to think about a lot more closely. This is 4, this is 1, this is 1. Nice. Yeah, being able to get size 5 is pretty difficult. It's cool that you were managed to put one in the puzzle. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.